This isn't a tool, it's not exciting, and it's not something you'd normally make a video about. But it is the start of a few changes I've got planned for the workshop. Over the next few videos, I'm going to be making some adjustments to how power is handled in the workshop. Before any of that happens, I wanted to start with a simple unboxing, just to look at what this is, how it's built, and why I chose it. This is the Brennenstuhl 2x3-way Hanging Workshop Power Distributor. 6 sockets, a 5-meter cable, and designed to be suspended rather than sat on the floor. I'm not installing this today. This is just about first impressions. Minimal packaging, straightforward, no excess, no unnecessary inserts. We have a hanging chain, a 5-meter power supply, a 5-meter power cable, and 6 sockets with dust flaps, which I like. Well, the first thing I notice is the casing. It's thick, it's rigid, and it's clearly designed for workshop use rather than domestic. It's actually quite lightweight as well, and it's slightly smaller than I thought it was going to be, but I don't think that's an issue. Cable's strong. I'm not entirely sure how it's fitted, but given that the weight's going to be hung on the chain, which is rated at 10 kilos, and that's not coming out there anytime soon. You've got the unit itself pre-wired with an integrated hanging hook. Cable's 5 meters, plug already attached, fused for 13 amps. You have a hanging chain. You have an additional hook at the bottom which you can hang other cables off of, or tools potentially. I do like the fact it's got dust flaps over the sockets. My only slight concern is how close these are, but given that I doubt I'm going to be using more than 2 things at once, I don't really see that's going to be an issue. I'm probably going to have Hoover and table saw, or a router and Hoover, or a sander and Hoover. I doubt I'm going to be using more than 2 at once, so that's never going to be a problem. Right, a quick read of this side sticker. It does mention if overheating occurs, to remove all the plugs from their sockets, let it cool down, and then press the reset button. So it does have an overheat reset. And it says the load capacity is 10 kilos on the chain, which is quite a lot. So you could potentially, if you've got a fairly lightweight sander, you could potentially hang that off of it, or coil it up and hang it off of the hook at the bottom. The chain fixing point appears solid, which is important given that it's going to be hanging. The unit itself isn't particularly heavy. I would say the chain, the pack of chain weighs more than the unit. This is workshop infrastructure. Given that I'm intending to use portable workbenches, this, hopefully I can hang where I need it and allow the workbenches to come to it without me having to trail cables across the floor, which, given that I have to set up and break down every time I use the garage, this hopefully should save me a little bit of time. This is going to be part of a fixed power setup in the workshop. Not portable, not temporary, but part of the background infrastructure that other things are going to rely on. This is just about getting eyes on it before it gets put to work. This is just the starting point. More soon.